Sábila y Miel Show, señores, cubriendo las noticias de último minuto aquí en la ciudad de Springfield, Massachusetts. Se efectuará una rueda de prensa. Estoy aquí con Stephanie Medrano, ¿verdad?
Correcto.
¿Tú me puedes decir exactamente qué fue lo que te aconteció?
Yo vine para el cuartel de policía buscando ayuda porque el papá de mis hijos abusó de mí con el primo de él. Y ellos, en vez de ayudarme, me arrestaron. Yo tuve que pasar toda la noche aquí presa. No me ayudaron.
¿Y cuál es el próximo paso?
El próximo paso, por ahora, no tengo una respuesta.
¿No tiene corte, no tiene nada?
No me siento segura con el departamento de policía de Springfield.
¿Y cuál es tu próximo paso? ¿Qué tú piensas hacer si no te sientes segura?
En este momento no tengo una respuesta para usted.
Ok. Y aparte de que tú viniste a buscar protección de la policía, anteriormente tú habías venido a la policía.
En este momento no tengo respuesta para esa pregunta.
Y estamos en la estación de policía de Springfield, Massachusetts, el único canal hispano, Sábila y Miel Show, cubriendo las noticias minutos a minutos. Ahí están los policías que están protegiendo las instalaciones.
First of all, we'd like to thank all of you for coming down here today. I'm standing before you on behalf of Stephanie Medrano, a 24-year-old African Latino mother of two whose treatment following a violent assault raises grave concerns about racism, abuse of authority, and a systematic failure within the public safety institutions in the city of Springfield. This incident occurred Tuesday, January the 6th at approximately 9 p.m. at 1607 Plumtree Road, Springfield, Mass. At that location, Stephanie was assaulted by the father of her two children. During the same incident, she was simultaneously assaulted by his cousin. This was not a verbal disagreement or a mutual altercation. During the attack, Stephanie was dragged by her hair, an act that is violent, degrading, and criminal. Fearing for her safety, Stephanie did what every survivor of violence is encouraged to do. She called 911 and requested police assistance. When officers from the Springfield Police Department arrived, a field interview was conducted. Despite her account and the seriousness of her allegations, Stephanie was advised that there was no probable cause and was asked to leave the area. What happened next is deeply troubling. Stephanie was frantic, emotionally distressed, and fearful. In that state, she contacted her therapist for guidance. Her therapist advised her to immediately go to Springfield Police Station and request to speak to the shift commander and formally file a complaint regarding both the assault and the police response. Stephanie followed that professional advice. What occurred at the police station can only be described as deplorable. She was denied the opportunity to speak with the shift commander. Instead, she was intercepted by a white police sergeant who we believe to is named Sergeant Platt. This sergeant was not present at the scene, did not conduct the original field interview, and did not perform a secondary investigation. Rather than ensuring that Stephanie's complaint was properly received, the sergeant reportedly stated that he wanted to review video footage. When Stephanie, still traumatized and insisting on speaking with the shift commander as advised, declined to engage with him, the situation escalated unjustifiably. Stephanie was arrested. A young African Latino mother who reported being violently assaulted sought to file a complaint and was instead criminalized. Stephanie spent the night in police custody, was transported to court the following morning, and was subsequently released with her case continued to February 25th, 2026. Let us be clear. This is not an isolated misunderstanding. This is a classic case of racism, abuse of power, and implicit bias. When a survivor of violence becomes the accused, particularly a woman of color, our system has failed in its most basic obligation to protect the vulnerable. Today, I am calling for, one, an immediate and an independent investigation into the Springfield Police Department's handling of this incident. Two, a full review of the involved sergeant's conduct, authority, and decision-making. Three, direct intervention by the Springfield City Council, particularly Councilor LeVar Click Bruce, to ensure transparency and accountability. Four, action by the NAACP and the civil rights organizations to monitor and respond to this case. Five, I'm asking the public to have engagement, particularly the African American and African Latino community, to demand that this matter does not proceed as a quiet miscarriage of justice. Springfield cannot claim equity or public safety while survivors, especially women of color, who are the most disrespected people on the planet, are punished for demanding to be heard. Stephanie Medrano does deserve protection, not prosecution. She deserves dignity, not dismissal. And this city must decide today whether it will stand for justice or allow injustice to proceed unchecked. Thank you. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can free to answer. First and foremost, I would like to say, on behalf of Stephanie Medrano and her 2 children, that this is unbearable. You come to the Springfield Police Department and you're asking for help and you get no help. I'm particularly asking for Police Commissioner Lawrence Akers, who when he took this job told us that it would not be like when Cheryl Claptrue was here. It is exactly the same as when Cheryl Claptrue was here. We're asking the commissioner to stand up for the community that he is designed to protect. We're asking for the civil rights organizations in this community to get behind her. We're asking all of the legislators, particularly the African American and African Latinos, senators, city councilmen, state representatives, to let your voices be heard. Besides election votes, stand with this sister, this woman, and make sure that we get justice. And finally, to Mayor Sarno, you are the overseer of this police department. You are the chief agent of this city. Stop hiding behind your desk. Stop hiding behind friendships. Hold this police department accountable. We have to remember that this police department, under the first Trump administration, was considered one of the worst police departments in the country. We're still under a consent decree. We've had trainings, talking of trainings, and the brutality still exists in this city. And the only people who are punished and brutalized under this regime is black people and African Latino people. But we're asking for justice in this matter. Thank you.
Do you feel safe at this point in time?
I do not.
That is a travesty. Not only was she assaulted, domestic violence, when she came to the Springfield Police Department, she was assaulted again, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Yes.
Was she able to get her restraint order at court?
I was not.
And do you live with the father of your children? Is he in the same house?
I do not.
If there are no further questions, I won't have anyone else to say. We thank you all for coming out today for this story. February the 25th, 2026. This case should not go any further. The district attorney should immediately dismiss this case so that this young mother can have her life. This is unimaginable that she would come here for help after being told that there was no probable cause and for her to leave. She comes here and gets arrested. That is not justice, that's injustice. That's brutality, that's institutional, structural, and systematic racism that criminalizes black and brown people because they're demanding for their rights. It's her right to ask for a shift commander. And to be arrested is a shame and a travesty, and this Springfield Police Department must answer immediately.